Hey guys, what's going on? Haynes here from the Process Programming. We're going to talk today about the kipping pull-up and then move on to kipping chest to bar work. Now don't forget, before you even start this kipping pull-up work, you should have some decent base level strength in order to start learning the kipping pull-up. Of course, we have the beat swings before we even talk about kipping pull-up. We have kipping toes to bar, and then we move into the kipping pull-up, kipping chest to bar. So what I would suggest really is a bare minimum of 5 strict pronated pull-ups before we even consider moving into these kipping pull-ups. That just is obviously for foundational base strength, so you're not having to rely on purely momentum and power to get your chin over the bar, but also obviously for safety of the shoulder, being able to move through the beat swing and having that foundational strength just to hold the shoulder in place. Of course, like I just mentioned, we should be able to have a solid understanding of the beat swing, but also a solid understanding of the toes to bar, and really we should be able to link anywhere between 5 to 10 unbroken kipping toes to bar before we're even looking at the kipping pull-up. Now with the kipping pull-up, I'm going to start the video, and as you go through it, I'm not even going to talk about the jump to hollow portion because that should be a very, very solid understanding, and it should just be a formality really for anyone who's going into kipping work now. So we do understand the jump to hollow from behind the bar, pulling straight into the hollow and moving straight into our beat swing. So you can see in the beat swing that I'm performing here, always shoulders create the control in the position, legs will add speed, and hips just create a little bit of power. Now remember, as I just mentioned before, we shouldn't need and have to rely on the hips creating excessive power in order for your chin to get over to the bar. The hips should just add a little bit extra to make the pull a little bit easier. We shouldn't have to rely on them. The next part of the video, we're jumping up into the hollow and then just driving back a little bit more aggressively. See, shoulders still create position, legs add speed to that kip. After we've done that for a few times, we're then going to go into what I call a half kipping pull-up. So we're not looking for the chin to pass over the line of the bar yet, but we're still aggressively pushing back into the hollow, feet coming through, adding a bit of speed, and we're just coming up to almost a half arm bend at the top of that half pull-up position. Notice the jump to hollow, feet come in front, drive back, and it's just a half arm bend. We're just trying to utilize and understand timing of that kipping pull-up. Once you've done that for 3 to 4 reps, we're then going to look at the single rep of a kipping pull-up. Again, it doesn't change from what you just did there in that half pull-up. All you're going to do is continue to pull so the chin passes that horizontal line of the pull-up bar. So we jump into the hollow, drive forward into the hollow arch, aggressively drive back into the hollow. Think about sweeping back and pushing back on the bar whilst the arms bend and pull our chin over the line of the bar. Remember, we don't have to excessively come over the top of the bar as long as the chin passes that horizontal line. In the next video, we're going to look at linking the reps. Now don't forget the hollow position, shoulders behind the bar, eyes looking forward, hips slightly in front of the shoulders, toes in front of the pull-up bar. That is our fundamental position and the foundation for coming back down into the second rep. So once the chin passes the line of the pull-up bar at the top, we should be in a hollow position. If you're not in a hollow position, you're either going to be really inefficient at linking reps, or you're not going to be able to link reps at all. So finish in that hollow position, because it's a slight push away on the pull-up bar, back down to a dead hang all the way through into the hollow arch, rinse and repeat until you can link 5 to 10 reps. So you notice, jump to the hollow, drive back, chin comes over the bar, and we go from there. Now remember, if you need the excessive opening of your hips to get over the bar, I would say we probably need to work a bit more foundational level strength. But as you come back behind the pull-up bar, the hips are slightly closed, and if you need, the hips just gently open. It doesn't need to be an aggressive hip opening like you would see in Olympic lifting or maybe a kipping handstand push-up. It just needs to be a little bit of an opening, and then you sit back down into the hollow just enough to get your chin over that bar. Now, when we look at chest to bar pull-ups, the reason why there isn't a full dedicated video to this is because it's simply just the next step forward from kipping pull-ups. All you need to do is just add a little bit more range to your kip to make it a little bit bigger, obviously whilst maintaining tension, and then we just need to pull a little bit higher. Remember, your chest to bar counts anywhere from underneath the collarbone down on the body, really. We want to be as efficient as possible and try to touch as close to the collarbone as possible. The kip itself doesn't change, just a little bit faster, a little bit bigger, and a little bit of a stronger pull. The movement should really look exactly the same, apart from where the chin and chest finishes on the bar versus the kipping pull-up. So exactly the same, you jump to the hollow, drive through. You can see it's just slightly more aggression. Whilst the chest touches at the top, the body is still in that hollow position. Really important to make sure you're always ending in that hollow position in order to allow you to come back down to the next reps. Hope this video helps you guys learn how to do the kipping pull-up and the kipping chest to bar. The next video we'll start to learn the butterfly pull-up and chest to bar.